Hello and welcome to Japanese craft beer reviews, and today we're going to begin a series of 11 beers from Y Market. And Y Market Brewing is in Nagoya, Japan, right in the center of the country. And they started in 2014. There was a lot of buzz when they opened up at first. And in fact, in 2014, they were the RateBeer Best New Brewery or New Brewer in Japan. And so there was a lot of interest in them. They were making really interesting beers, and they haven't stopped since then. And they put out a lot of beers, many different types of beers. The brewer is kind of adventurous. His name is Kachi Makoto, and he had worked for Kisoji Beer in Nagano Prefecture before branching out on his own. And he soon hired another fairly well-known brewer in Japan named Nakanishi, who came out of Isekadoya in Mie Prefecture. And together they've crafted quite a lineup of beers. They're always putting out new things. And the name Y Market comes from the location of their original brew house, which was in Yanagi Bashi Market in Nagoya. And but they have opened up a new brewery, their Nishi or West Brewery, and it's a larger system, and so apparently they're able to do a lot more nowadays. The beer we're going to look at, 11 beers we're going to look at, you can see the picture at the beginning, and these are all more or less fairly recent beers from them, and we're going to look at them in order of alcohol percentage. So we'll start with a very light American Session IPL, and that will be up next. So let's look at these interesting beers from Y Market. And here we go with another beer from Y Market in Nagoya, Japan. And this is a beer that's been around for a while. I've heard about it, I've never had it until today. It is called Y Market Noirheads. And it's a stout, 7%er, and it has 53.5 IBUs, International Bittering Units. And for once, the name makes immediate sense to me without having to check anything on their website or make a guess about what it means. Noir, of course, is French for black or dark, and heads, of course, somebody who enjoys black things, including stouts. And so Noir Heads, 7%, 53.5 IBU. The hops in this are Simcoe, Cascade, and Mosaic, and these don't seem to me to be typical stout hops, so I'm expecting something interesting, something unusual from this. On RateBeer, it has a total of 8 ratings only, going back a while, at an average of 3.62 out of 5. On Untappd, it's got 153 ratings at 3.64, so almost identical ratings between RateBeer and Untappd. So let's just give this one a go, shall we? All right, it is very, very dark brown. It's opaque. It doesn't seem to be quite black, but very, very dark brown. And a finger and a half of pretty substantial, rather thick, very dark tan foam. You can see the lace kind of slipping off there. Nothing, well, pretty interesting sort of slippage of the lace. And let's give the, let's put it through the light. We're not going to see anything probably. yeah, completely opaque. So cannot check on carbonation, but clearly there's some rising there. All right. Okay, it does have a clear chocolate, some kind of phenolic note. Very unusual kind of scent here. It smells sort of laboratory-like. Rather unusual. Okay, the flavor. This is nice and smooth, creamy chocolate, light coffee. So the hops give a kind of unusual sort of nose to it, kind of like a room you might walk into and then immediately turn around and walk out of. Very strange. Quite a combination. I've never seen, I don't think I've seen these hops used in combination before. Probably have been, of course, but seems unusual, especially in a stout. But the flavors are perfect. It's kind of bright chocolate or bright dark fruit. Yeah, something like deep pruniness. I think the Cascade kind of pulls up a sort of fruitiness that isn't particularly a common feature of stouts. Kind of fruitiness, almost a light citrus note. Interesting, unusual combination. I like it. I think it works very well. And it's not your typical ordinary stout, that's for sure. Wine likes to mix things up, that's for sure. They try to do things in a slightly different way quite often. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. This does. It's a very pleasant stout. Here we are in the middle of summer and I can drink this just fine. Yeah. So once again, this is called Noirheads, and this is a 7% stout from Noirheads in Nagoya. This is definitely a beer you probably should try. I recommend this one rather highly. And their beers are available on their website. Many breweries in Japan, when the coronavirus shut down and lockdowns, sort of lockdowns. In Japan, we didn't really go to a complete lockdown. But when they occurred, a lot of breweries were caught flat-footed and could not, sell it through a tap room, or could not sell to restaurants because they weren't buying, or bars because they were closed. And those that had websites for online sales did pretty well, or are doing better than those that didn't. Noirheads had been selling online, I believe, before January, February, and they have a lot online right now, so you can buy all kinds of sets online. So go online to the Noirheads site if you live in Japan and give some of their beers a try. I definitely recommend this one. Once again, it's called Noirheads, 7%, 53.5 IBU stout. Okay. All right, well, we'll look at another Noirheads beer in our next video. I hope you're along for that.